Some stories only need to be heard once to make you stop and think, how is that even possible? This video explores people who've pushed past limits once thought unbreakable. It's not magic. It's determination and individuality that make them extraordinary. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, like if you're impressed, and subscribe for more untold stories. The explosion left Nasib Der Abdi with severe scars, but also revealed the brain's hidden strength. His recovery showed neuroplasticity at work, rebuilding connections and shifting functions to keep him alive. He didn't survive on medicine alone, but on the nervous system's ability to adapt and renew under pressure. His story proves that even when the brain is damaged, it still finds a way to keep going. Mahendra Ahir lived with a severe form of congenital myopathy that greatly weakened his neck muscles. As a result, he was unable to hold his head upright, making basic daily activities like walking and eating extremely difficult. His condition highlights both the physical challenges of rare neuromuscular disorders and the remarkable endurance required to live with them. Mahendra Ahir showed remarkable resilience despite living with severe physical limitations and chronic pain. Even with his condition, he continued striving for a meaningful life and a sense of belonging. His story highlights that strength isn't defined by physical ability, but by the determination to face hardship and keep moving forward. Mahendra Ahir underwent complex medical treatment supported by doctors and international aid efforts to help improve his severe neck posture condition. His recovery highlights the role of modern medicine and global support in addressing rare disorders. More broadly, his story reflects how coordinated care and human compassion can make difficult outcomes possible and improve quality of life. Ever wondered why a childlike face could take over social media worldwide? Hasbulla Magomedov isn't just a trend, he's a viral enigma. Due to a growth hormone condition, he has the appearance of a child despite being an adult, creating a striking contrast that challenges how we see age and identity. That uniqueness is exactly what makes every appearance of his a global media moment. The world may see a small figure, but Hasbulla Magomedov shows a powerful will. Instead of letting a rare condition limit him, he turned it into a personal brand and built a strong presence. His story highlights that self-definition matters more than perceived flaws, and that confidence used well can open real opportunities. Amid the giants of the Ultimate Fighting Championship octagon, Hasbulla Magomedov stands out for his outsized influence. With charisma and confidence alongside MMA legends, he shows that real presence isn't about size, it's about impact. More than a guest, he's become a recognizable and inspiring figure for fans, reshaping how people think about confidence and presence in the sport. In a world chasing flawless skin, Ralph Souffrant stands out with millions of freckles across his brown skin. His look feels like a natural work of art, turning something uncommon into something striking. More than visual impact, he sparks a new conversation about beauty, where uniqueness becomes the most compelling trait. Growing up, Ralph Souffrant faced isolation and harsh teasing because of his appearance. He once saw his freckles as a burden that hurt his confidence. But over time, he turned that pain into determination, using what was once mocked as the very thing that pushed him toward his dreams. When the fashion world took notice, Ralph Souffrant's so-called imperfections became his signature. He moved from being bullied to walking major runways and landing high-profile campaigns. His rise challenges old beauty standards, showing that what once set him apart can also set him ahead. Ralph Souffrant's journey shows that the biggest barrier isn't your appearance, but how you see yourself. When you stop trying to fit in and embrace who you are, confidence follows. His story is a reminder that individuality isn't a weakness. It's where real value comes from. Human conviction can sometimes reshape the way a life is lived. Amu Haji spent decades avoiding bathing due to an intense fear of water and cleanliness, often associated with ablutophobia. His unusual lifestyle drew global attention, showing how deep fears can strongly influence personal reality and daily choices over a lifetime. Amu Haji lived for decades outside normal hygiene practices, gaining global attention for his unusual lifestyle. Despite this, he reportedly survived into old age in a harsh rural environment, challenging assumptions about the body's limits and adaptation. His story is often seen as a reflection of how personal beliefs and circumstances can shape an individual's way of living in extreme and unconventional ways. Jaime Keaton is known for a rare condition where objects like cans or bottles can briefly stick to his skin without adhesives, likely due to a combination of skin texture, moisture, and pressure effects. His unusual case has attracted public interest online and occasional curiosity from observers in the medical field. While often described as superhuman, it's better understood as an uncommon but natural variation in human biology rather than a true superpower. Jaime Keaton, often nicknamed the human suction cup, embraced his unusual skin adhesion ability and used it in public performances that brought him attention and amusement. He has also been associated with Guinness World Record attempts involving his condition. His story highlights self-acceptance and how embracing unique traits can turn personal differences into a form of entertainment and positive public engagement. Tom Peters is known for engaging in an unusual form of role play, where he adopts a Dalmatian persona named Spot as a way to cope with stress and explore identity. He describes it as a method of relaxation and mental escape from everyday pressures. His lifestyle has attracted public curiosity and discussion about unconventional approaches to stress relief and self-expression. Tom Peters commits to his role-play identity by practicing canine-like behaviors, including moving on all fours and using nonverbal cues. He describes it as a personal form of expression and stress relief that helps him step away from everyday pressures. His lifestyle has sparked discussion about identity comfort zones and unconventional ways people seek mental calm and self-understanding. Tom Peters emphasizes personal freedom and self-definition in how he approaches identity and well-being. He says his lifestyle helps him manage stress and express himself in a way that feels authentic, regardless of public opinion. His story has sparked broader conversations about individuality, mental coping strategies, and the wide range of ways people seek personal peace. Jaspreet Singh Kalra, known as the Boneless Boy, is recognized for his extreme flexibility, allowing him to bend and twist his body into unusual positions through years of training. His performances have drawn attention for pushing the limits of human movement and control. His journey highlights how discipline and practice can significantly expand what the human body is capable of achieving. Jaspreet Singh Kalra turned his exceptional flexibility into a form of performance art, building a unique identity through years of discipline and training. His story highlights how dedication and mindset can expand what the human body can achieve. It also raises a broader question: how much of human potential is physical and how much is shaped by the mind? Patrick Duell reached an extreme body weight of nearly 1,100 pounds at his heaviest, which left him largely bedridden and dependent on care. His condition drew significant medical attention as an example of severe obesity and its serious health consequences. His story is often referenced in discussions about the physical and medical limits of the human body. Patrick Duell later pursued intensive medical treatment and lifestyle changes in an effort to improve his health after reaching life-threatening obesity. His recovery process involved significant medical intervention and long-term effort to regain mobility and reduce weight. His story is often cited as an example of the challenges of severe obesity and the importance of sustained treatment and support in recovery. Chris Koch was born into extremely challenging circumstances, entering life without arms or legs. Rather than allowing this condition to confine him to a wheelchair or rely on conventional prosthetics, he discovered his own path forward by using a skateboard as his main way of moving through the world. His journey is more than a physical adaptation. It reflects a mindset of independence and resilience, showing that human potential is shaped far more by determination and creativity than by physical limitations. At first glance, it's easy to underestimate Chris, yet he is a fully qualified farmer with an extraordinary ability to work hard. He personally runs large-scale agricultural machinery and skillfully manages heavy equipment across open fields without needing any special assistance. Watching a man without limbs expertly control complex machines is a striking reminder of how persistence and a problem-solving mindset can overcome conventional physical limits. Today, Chris Koch has become an internationally recognized motivational speaker, sharing a powerful and heartfelt message: if I can do it, you can too. His life stands as a deep lesson in gratitude and optimism, showing how he transformed being born with disabilities into a foundation for remarkable success. He does more than cultivate crops in the ground. He inspires hope in people around the world, reminding us that the biggest barriers are often within our mindset rather than in our circumstances. Stan Larkin confronted an extremely rare and severe medical condition known as arrhythmogenic right ventricular dysplasia, ARVD, which poses a serious threat to life by disrupting normal heart function. In an extraordinary medical intervention, doctors removed his natural heart entirely as a temporary measure while he awaited a transplant. Remarkably, he survived for 555 days without a biological heart in his chest, relying completely on a Syncardia total artificial heart, a 13-pound mechanical device carried in a backpack that sustained every essential function and demonstrated how advanced technology can sustain human life in the most critical situations. Stan's miracle is more than just a breakthrough in biomedical engineering. It is a radiant symbol of an indomitable will to live. Despite carrying his life support on his shoulders, he refused to let go of his passions, even shocking the world by playing pickup basketball with his friends. Stan's story is a powerful testament that when possessed by an iron spirit and a fierce desire to survive, even the harshest biological limitations must give way. He wasn't just waiting for a new heart. He was mastering his life, even when his pulse was powered by a machine. Paul Alexander stands as a powerful example of human resilience in the face of severe physical limitation, having lived for more than 6 decades using an iron lung. After contracting polio during the 1952 outbreak, he lost the ability to breathe independently and depended on a large mechanical respirator to survive. Despite being confined to this machine for most of his life, he refused to let his circumstances define the limits of his mind or aspirations. His story highlights how determination and intellectual vitality can persist even when the body is profoundly constrained. Beyond simply enduring, Paul Alexander accomplished something remarkable by teaching himself glossopharyngeal breathing, a technique that allowed him brief moments away from the iron lung so he could attend university and eventually earn a law degree. He went on to become a practicing lawyer advocating for clients in court with the support of a specially adapted wheelchair. His journey illustrates an exceptional level of discipline and perseverance, showing how sustained determination can enable a person to pursue meaningful goals even under extreme physical constraints. Paul Alexander's life goes beyond a medical account of survival. It carries a deeper reflection on human worth and identity. He wrote his memoirs by holding a pen in his mouth, using it as a way to share his voice and perspective with the world, often emphasizing that a person is not defined by their past or physical condition. Despite severe limitations, he lived a rich and meaningful life, demonstrating that even in the most difficult circumstances, determination and inner strength can leave a lasting and impactful legacy. Kirill Tereshchin, a young man from Russia widely nicknamed Bazooka Arms, gained international attention for all the wrong reasons. Rather than pursuing muscle growth through consistent training, he took a risky and controversial shortcut by injecting large quantities of synthol, a cosmetic oil, directly into his upper arms. The outcome was severely enlarged, misshapen biceps that created an unnatural and disproportional look, often cited as a striking example of how body image pressure and social media influence can lead to extreme and harmful choices. This decision led Kirill into a serious medical crisis, as the injected substance caused significant damage to muscle tissue, resulting in infection, inflammation, and, in some cases, tissue death necrosis, with doctors warning about the possibility of permanent injury or even life-threatening complications. The hardened masses in his arms reportedly brought severe pain and ongoing health problems, placing his body under constant strain. His situation is often discussed as a cautionary example of how attempts to gain attention or viral fame through unsafe methods can result in lasting physical harm and consequences that are difficult, if not impossible, to reverse. Kirill Tereshin's case is often used as a cautionary example about self-image pressures and the risks of following harmful beauty or fitness trends. It underscores that physical health and personal safety are far more valuable than online attention or temporary popularity. His story highlights how pursuing appearance-driven validation through unsafe methods can lead to long-term damage, reinforcing the importance of making informed, health-conscious choices. Ultimately, lasting confidence is built through consistent effort, discipline, and self-respect rather than through extreme or risky shortcuts. Kyle Maynard was born with a rare condition known as congenital amputation, which resulted in him having arms that end at the elbows and legs that end at the knees. Rather than allowing this condition to restrict his ambitions, he actively pursued some of the most physically demanding sports, pushing himself to redefine what is considered possible. He competed in wrestling and later trained in mixed martial arts, confronting physical and mental challenges that tested endurance, skill, and determination. His journey is often seen as an example of how perseverance and mindset can shape a person's ability to face adversity far beyond conventional expectations of physical ability. In 2012, Kyle Maynard drew global attention when he reached the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak. What made the achievement especially notable was the way he completed the climb, moving across extremely challenging terrain at high altitude, using his own physical strength without relying on prosthetic limbs. The ascent involved navigating steep, rocky, and icy sections that would be demanding for any climber regardless of ability. His journey is widely viewed as an example of how determination, preparation, and mental endurance can enable individuals to take on goals that initially seem beyond reach. Today, Kyle Maynard is not only known for his athletic accomplishments, but also for his work as a motivational speaker, where he shares messages centered on resilience, discipline, and perseverance. His experiences are often presented as an example of how individuals can shift focus from external limitations to personal responsibility and consistent effort. He emphasizes the importance of mindset in shaping outcomes, encouraging people to approach challenges with determination and action rather than resignation. Kailash Singh's long-held vow, maintained over decades despite family disagreement and significant personal discomfort, has led many to view him as a figure of intense personal devotion. His lifestyle reflects how deeply held beliefs can shape daily habits in ways that diverge sharply from mainstream social norms. At the same time, it raises broader questions about the balance between faith, personal conviction, and basic well-being. Whether it is seen as a meaningful sacrifice or an extreme expression of willpower largely depends on individual perspective and cultural values.
Ja sono gatta con la filmata. Sono gatta con la filmata.
Would you believe a rotten tooth could turn deadly, or that someone could live after losing half their skull? Welcome to a world of living miracles where severely damaged bodies still hold unbreakable spirits. From the faceless man to hearts beating outside the chest, these stories will change how you see human limits. If you think resilience can overcome anything, Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss these powerful stories. Now let's uncover the fire in Nikazur's eyes. Lalital Ram from India lives with severe facial neurofibromatosis that has drastically altered his appearance, causing both intense physical suffering and years of social stigma and isolation. Yet beneath his condition lies remarkable resilience and quiet strength in the face of prejudice. Making his story more than a medical case, it is a powerful reminder that true human worth is defined not by appearance, but by the courage and inner strength shown when facing life's hardest challenges. José Mestre from Portugal experienced a devastating transformation after a small birthmark on his lip developed into a rare hemangioma during puberty. Over decades, the tumor grew uncontrollably to about 40 centimeters and 5 kilograms, eventually covering his face completely. Known as the man without a face, his story is not only a shocking medical case, but also a powerful example of human endurance in the face of severe illness and suffering. Can you imagine walking every day with boulders weighing over 100 kilograms attached to your legs? For Arun Rajasingh in India, this is a harsh reality, as Proteus syndrome has caused severe overgrowth and deformity in his legs, placing an extreme burden on his body. Beyond being a rare medical condition, it is a constant test of endurance and survival. Yet despite this overwhelming challenge, Arun continues to persevere, turning his life into a powerful symbol of resilience and showing that no physical condition can fully break a determined human spirit. Carlos Rodriguez, widely known as Halfie, carries a nickname that serves as a mark of an unimaginable survival story after a horrific car crash cost him a significant portion of his skull and brain. His deeply indented profile shocked the world, making Carlos a living testament to both the miracles and the harsh fragility of the human body. Yet beyond his startling appearance lies a powerful cautionary tale about the consequences of split-second mistakes and the profound value of life itself. Carlos Rodriguez's journey serves as a stark reminder that the line between life and death is incredibly thin, urging us to cherish ourselves as the best way to protect our own future. Could a seemingly harmless decayed tooth really become a silent killer destroying someone's future? Maria Lisa, a young girl in Madagascar, paid the ultimate price for leaving an infection untreated. What started as a mild toothache grew into a massive cyst, disfiguring her face and slowly taking away her ability to breathe. It makes you wonder how thin is the line between a normal life and a nightmare, sometimes just one delayed doctor's visit. Behind her ravaged appearance burns an unbreakable will, a fierce spark that never fades. Marie Elisa's journey isn't just about fighting for breath. It's a powerful story of resilience that inspires us to face adversity head-on. Her experience is more than a tragedy. It's a clear warning: never ignore your health, no matter how small the signs. Every step she takes shows that even in the harshest storms, the human spirit can still shine, and hope remains for those who refuse to give up. Dauda's life was less a youth and more a constant fight to survive. A massive facial tumor stole his teenage years, turning simple things like eating and speaking into daily struggles. He had to leave school and friends behind, living in isolation as the deformity reshaped his world. It wasn't just physical pain, it was a harsh mental battle where his future felt trapped by fate. Can you imagine watching your best years slip away in silence and despair? Everything changed in 2024 when a life-saving surgery finally freed Dauda from his condition. From hopelessness, he rose with a restored face and renewed ambition. No longer hiding, he's reclaiming his smile and preparing to return to school to pursue his dreams. His journey is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, hope and medical science can create miracles, and that today's scars can become tomorrow's strength. In Zimbabwe, a young man endures a brutal reality as a massive tumor overtakes one side of his face, distorting his features beyond recognition. Yet his true strength shows in his eyes a fierce will that no deformity can break. This is more than a medical struggle. It's a powerful story of courage, proving that no matter how deep the darkness, the human spirit can still rise and shine. At just 10 months old, baby Memunatu faced a life-threatening challenge, a massive neck tumor as large as her face. Her rescue in late 2025 was not only a medical breakthrough, but also a powerful reminder of her incredible resilience, opening the door to a new life filled with hope. Can you imagine carrying a 5-kilogram backpack on your back for 15 years without relief? For Fadaisoa in Madagascar, that was reality, as a massive tumor became a constant burden, damaging his spine and trapping him in years of pain and insecurity. Yet behind this heavy struggle lies remarkable endurance and a strong desire for freedom. His journey is a powerful reminder that no matter how heavy life feels, the human spirit can still endure and hope for release and a better future. A tragic crash caused by a drunk driver left Robert Chelsea with severe burns and a severely damaged face. Remarkably, he waited 6 years for a donor with a matching skin tone, refusing to compromise his identity and dignity. His patience became more than a medical journey. It showed extraordinary resilience, proving that human dignity can endure even in the face of devastating adversity. In 2019, Robert made medical history as the first African American to receive a full-face transplant. After a grueling 16-hour surgery, he regained his face, his smile, and his ability to fully embrace life once again. Robert Chelsea's journey stands as a brilliant beacon of hope, reminding us all that with absolute perseverance and faith, one can rise from the ashes of fate to create the most incredible miracles. Can you imagine living with a spine bent at 140 degrees, your body twisted into a question mark, with even breathing becoming a struggle? Severe scoliosis and kyphosis didn't just change appearance, they caused constant pain and trapped life in years of suffering. Yet, a life-changing surgery helped restore the spine and gave the person a chance to stand again. It's a powerful reminder that even the most extreme physical conditions can sometimes be overcome, and that human determination can open the door to hope and recovery. Robert Hogue was born in Australia with a large facial tumor and severely deformed legs, a difficult start that made his future seem uncertain. From childhood, he went through multiple painful surgeries to remove the tumor, reconstruct his face, and learn to walk, despite his condition. Rather than being defined by his disabilities, Robert chose to embrace his scars as symbols of resilience, facing life with confidence, pride, and determination. Rising above deep physical pain, Robert Hogue went on to become an author and speaker using his life story to challenge traditional ideas of beauty in his memoir, Ugly. He chose to stop further cosmetic surgeries and keep his natural face, emphasizing that a person's value comes from identity and character, not physical perfection. His journey stands as a strong reminder that being different is not a weakness, but a unique strength that can shape a meaningful life. Simon Moore was born in the UK with Treacher-Collins syndrome, a rare condition that affected his facial bone structure, leaving his features sunken and his ears deformed. From the start, he faced major physical challenges and difficulties with communication. Instead of giving in to his circumstances, Simon learned to accept and adapt, transforming his appearance into a symbol of resilience, strength, and courage. Overcoming stigma. Simon Moore built a fulfilling life with love and family, showing that a person's value is not defined by facial appearance. Beyond his personal happiness, he has also become an inspiration, helping others better understand Treacher-Collins syndrome. His story is a strong reminder that even when illness changes outward appearance, inner strength and determination can still lead to a meaningful and happy life. Grzegorz became the first patient in Poland to receive a full-face transplant after a severe workplace accident left him without a functional face. The groundbreaking surgery not only rebuilt his appearance, but also restored hope after a life-changing tragedy. His journey highlights the progress of modern medicine and human resilience, showing that even in the darkest situations, recovery and hope can still emerge. At 18, James Partridge survived a horrific accident that left him with severe burn scars and major facial damage. Rather than withdrawing from society, he chose to confront public stigma and challenge narrow ideas of beauty. He went on to found Changing Faces, an organization dedicated to supporting people with facial differences and promoting acceptance. His life reflects how personal hardship can be transformed into meaningful advocacy and lasting social impact. James Partridge was more than a burn survivor. He became a symbol of courage, showing that a person's face is only an outer layer while character defines true worth. By openly appearing in public and the media without hiding his appearance, he challenged society to confront facial difference and rethink how it judges people. His legacy remains a strong reminder that everyone deserves dignity, fairness, and respect, no matter what visible scars they carry. Moses Lanham, also known as Mr. Elastic, possesses the stunning ability to rotate his feet 180 degrees backward thanks to his hyper-flexible connective tissue. Rather than viewing this as an abnormality, he turned this extraordinary trait into a unique talent that amazes the world. Moses' story is a testament to the miraculous diversity of the human body, reminding us to embrace the unique qualities that make each individual stand out. Prithviraj Patil from India has drawn worldwide attention for living with hypertrichosis, often called werewolf syndrome, a rare condition that causes excessive hair growth across the face and body from birth. Instead of withdrawing from society due to stigma or curiosity, he faces life with confidence and optimism. His story goes beyond a medical condition, becoming a powerful message about self-acceptance and the importance of looking beyond appearance to recognize a person's inner strength and humanity. With a stature as delicate as a fairy tale princess, Hannah Kritzek lives with an extremely rare form of primordial dwarfism, keeping her body and facial features perpetually tiny. Standing at just about 3 feet tall, her life is a constant series of challenges as she navigates a world built for giants. Yet behind that fragile appearance lies an explosive personality and a fierce desire to prove herself, showing that the greatest things often come in the smallest packages. Refusing to be defined by pity or limitation, Hannah Kritzek has pursued her passion in the arts, including dance and acting. proving that talent is not measured by height. Living with primordial dwarfism and standing at about 3 feet tall, she navigates a world not designed for her size, yet continues to express herself with confidence and determination. Her story goes beyond her condition. She represents self-belief and individuality, reminding others that true worth is measured not in physical stature, but in courage, passion, and the strength to live authentically. Kiara Higgins lives with Perry-Romberg syndrome, a rare condition that gradually causes one side of her face to shrink and change over time, leading to significant facial asymmetry. Beyond the physical effects, she has also faced emotional and social challenges, often dealing with unwanted attention and judgment from others. Instead of hiding her condition, Kiara chose to share her journey publicly, using her experience to raise awareness and inspire others. Her story highlights that beauty is not defined by symmetry, but by resilience, self-acceptance, and the confidence to embrace one's identity. Enam Hykins does not view the depigmented patches on her body as a medical flaw, but rather as powerful artistic strokes from nature itself. Vitiligo has transformed her skin into a unique map, where the striking contrast between tones creates an appearance that is both mysterious and regal. Instead of hiding behind layers of heavy makeup, she has bravely displayed this difference as a bold statement on natural beauty, forcing the world to redefine aesthetic standards that have long been too narrow and conventional. Enam Hykins sees the depigmented patches from vitiligo not as a flaw, but as natural patterns that make her skin unique, almost like living artwork, shaped by contrast and color. Rather than hiding her appearance, she embraces it openly and uses it to challenge narrow beauty standards that often exclude difference. Her journey is also one of resilience against stigma and judgment. Turning negativity into motivation, she has grown into a model and advocate, using her platform to support others with vitiligo and promote self-acceptance. Her story highlights that vitiligo is not something to be fixed, but a natural variation that can be embraced with confidence and pride. A silent army of hundreds of tiny lymphatic cysts transformed Gavin Silvestri's jaw into a difficult battlefield since he was very young. These cruel lymphatic malformations not only invaded deep into his bone structure, but also directly threatened his basic functions, such as speaking, chewing, and swallowing. Instead of a clear face, Gavin carried the burden of deformity, turning each day into an ultimate test of endurance for a young soul. Have you ever wondered how a child can keep smiling while facing a maze of illness that slowly chokes his life away? Gavin Silvestri's condition involved lymphatic malformations that gradually affected his jaw from a very young age, creating serious challenges for his bone structure and essential functions, like speaking, chewing, and swallowing. This made daily life physically demanding and emotionally difficult for a child still growing up. His treatment required highly complex surgery, with doctors carefully removing cysts while protecting delicate nerves and tissues. Throughout the process, Gavin underwent multiple procedures and endured significant pain, supported closely by his family and medical team. His journey highlights how advanced medicine, combined with strong support and determination, can lead to meaningful progress, even in very complex cases. The legacy of Gavin Silvestri's story lies not just in his physical recovery, but in a steadfast lesson of never-ending faith. His journey urges us to cherish the value of health and courage, reminding us that external flaws are just an outer shell while true power always resides in the strong will to rise. Although the road ahead still holds challenges, the smile gradually appearing on Gavin's face is the most brilliant proof that the darkness of illness must retreat before the radiant light of resilience and an intense longing for life. Maurice Tillet, a French professional wrestler, once had a refined appearance before developing acromegaly in his early 20s. The condition caused excessive growth hormone production, leading to significant enlargement of his facial bones, jaw, and skull, dramatically changing his appearance. Rather than being defined by this transformation, he embraced it and built a successful wrestling career under the name The French Angel, where he became known for his strength, presence, and resilience, leaving a lasting mark on the sport. Behind Maurice Tillet's rugged appearance, often linked to the inspiration behind the animated character, Shrek was a highly intelligent man who spoke multiple languages and was known for his polite, thoughtful nature. He showed that an unusual physical appearance does not diminish inner intelligence, character, or dignity. Beyond his success in the wrestling ring, his legacy carries a broader message about confidence and acceptance, reminding us that true value often lies beneath outward appearances and cannot be judged by looks alone. Despite being in his 50s, Basori Lal from India has a childlike appearance and stands at only 73 centimeters tall due to a rare form of congenital dwarfism. His growth stopped around the age of 5, leaving his stature and facial features unchanged while he continued to age, creating a striking contrast between his adult life experience and youthful appearance. His condition highlights the rare and unpredictable ways human development can vary, making his case a notable example in medical observation. Despite his small stature, Basori Lal from India is widely respected and known for his optimism, living happily as a cheerful figure in his village. He does not see his height as a burden, but as part of who he is and enjoys life with confidence. His story shows that true worth is not measured by physical size, but by attitude and how a person lives. From the very first moment of his birth, Shawn Stevenson faced a grim medical sentence. His bones were so brittle that even a slight touch could result in them shattering. Doctors once predicted that this tiny boy wouldn't survive past his first 24 hours, but they were entirely proven wrong by the fierce vitality surging within him. Enduring over 200 agonizing fractures throughout his life, he chose not to let physical pain define his worth, instead turning every injury into a layer of iron armor that strengthened his unyielding spirit. A height of under 3 feet never stopped him from reaching the world and inspiring millions. Shawn Stevenson turned his wheelchair into a symbol of strength, speaking on major stages with a powerful message about ending excuses and taking responsibility for your life. He challenged people to rethink the limits they place on themselves, showing that confidence, mindset, and determination can transform even severe physical challenges into a platform for impact and inspiration. Shawn Stevenson spent his life challenging the idea that excuses define limits, encouraging people to take responsibility for how they respond to difficulties. His message focuses on mindset, personal accountability, and action despite obstacles. If you're reflecting on that idea, the real takeaway is less about motivation in the moment and more about turning intention into one concrete step today. Something small but real that moves you forward instead of staying stuck in hesitation. We all have our quirks, but some people are so unusual they go beyond anything you've ever seen. Among billions of people, a few stand out with traits and lifestyles so extreme they make you wonder, is this even real? Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some of the strangest and most extraordinary people in the world. Stories that will shock and amaze you. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Marky Jaquez, a resilient young man from Kansas in the United States, left behind a powerful legacy of courage and remarkable optimism while living with an extremely rare condition known as epidermolysis bullosa EB, often called butterfly skin disease. This severe genetic disorder made his skin as fragile as butterfly wings, where even the lightest touch or minor friction from clothing could cause painful blisters, requiring him to use a wheelchair and remain covered in protective bandages throughout his life. After being told he was unlikely to live beyond the age of 14, and having already lost a sibling to the same condition, Marky refused to let despair shape his future. Driven by an extraordinary will to live, he defied expectations and went on to celebrate his 21st birthday. Despite the challenges he faced, Marky and his mother chose to share honest moments of his daily life on TikTok to raise global awareness about EB. The videos of this determined butterfly warrior who continued to smile, even through extremely painful bandage changes, quickly touched the hearts of millions around the world. Although Marky peacefully passed away in early 2022, his remarkable story continues to serve as a beacon of hope, showing that even within a fragile body, a person can carry an unbreakable spirit capable of inspiring others. Johnny Quinn, a resilient young man from Millington, Tennessee in the United States, has an extraordinary and inspiring life story. At just 4 years old, his life changed dramatically when he became trapped in a devastating fire inside a family storage building. Thanks to the courageous and timely rescue efforts of his sister Leah, he survived the incident but suffered life-threatening injuries with burns affecting around 95% of his body. Johnny Quinn's recovery was long and extremely difficult, reflecting remarkable resilience throughout the process. He spent around 6 months in a coma and underwent more than 100 complex reconstructive surgeries to repair severe damage to his skin and tissues. The extensive scarring that eventually covered most of his body once caused him to struggle with self-doubt and unwanted attention from others. However, through strong determination and a refusal to be defined by his circumstances, he gradually overcame these emotional challenges and eventually found a greater sense of inner peace. Rather than retreating from the spotlight, Johnny Quinn chose to step forward with confidence, following his dreams as both a model and an inspirational speaker. He openly calls himself a burn thriver, turning his distinctive scars into a meaningful emblem of strength and endurance. His extraordinary path now serves as a source of encouragement, motivating people everywhere to accept what makes them unique and to confront life's obstacles with bravery and resolve. Arlindo de Souza, a bricklayer from Olinda, Brazil, gained international attention for pursuing an extremely muscular physique that went far beyond conventional bodybuilding standards. Seeking rapid muscle growth without the slow progression of traditional training, he opted for a dangerous shortcut involving synthetic muscle-enhancing substances. This resulted in a dramatically enlarged physique, including arm measurements of nearly 74 centimeters, which earned him the local nickname, the Mountain. However, beneath this striking appearance were significant and largely unseen risks to his health. After witnessing the tragic death of a close friend associated with similar practices, along with increasing medical warnings about serious health risks, Arlindo de Souza underwent a major shift in perspective. He came to recognize the heavy cost of prioritizing appearance over health and ultimately decided to stop using artificial enhancement methods in order to safeguard his well-being. Stanley Thornton, a California man in the United States, gained worldwide attention after appearing on National Geographic's Taboo program. He embraces a highly unconventional lifestyle, spending much of his time living as a child, using custom-made clothes and furniture tailored to an adult body. Although this choice has sparked curiosity and debate, it carries deep personal significance for him. In reality, reverting to a childlike state functions as a psychological coping strategy, allowing Stanley to manage the lasting impact of severe past trauma. He experienced abuse in childhood, which led to enduring effects such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and depression. Living in this role, supported by a housemate who assumes a caring maternal figure, helps him restore a sense of safety, comfort, and emotional recovery from wounds that have not yet fully healed. His story also became the focus of legal debate in the United States over the legitimacy of his disability benefit claims. However, after comprehensive medical evaluations, authorities cleared Stanley, confirming that his psychological trauma and health conditions were authentic. Although his life is marked by profound emotional challenges, his journey provides a compassionate lens on understanding and empathy, reminding us of the complex ways individuals cope with and heal from adversity. Lisa Brown, a former model from Wisconsin, United States, led a profoundly inspiring life shaped by resilience in the face of hardship. Once recognized for her well-proportioned figure, her life took an abrupt turn when she began losing weight rapidly and drastically, despite no changes to her diet or exercise habits. From a state of full health, her weight declined sharply, transforming her appearance to the extent that strangers misjudged her condition and made hurtful assumptions about extreme dieting. After a prolonged and challenging search for answers, doctors diagnosed her in 2013 with superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMA, a rare condition that compresses part of the digestive system and prevents the body from absorbing nutrients properly. Despite enduring serious physical difficulties and depending on medical support, Lisa refused to let hardship diminish her optimism. Rather than withdrawing from public attention, she courageously stepped forward, taking part in artistic photo shoots and speaking candidly in media interviews to raise awareness. In addition, she created a meaningful initiative by personally designing and sending heartfelt cards filled with encouragement to patients around the world facing similar challenges. Although Lisa Brown passed away peacefully in early 2017 at the age of 34, her legacy of compassion continues to shine. Her story not only delivers a powerful message of courage, but also inspires pride and strength in countless individuals who are bravely confronting health struggles in their own lives. Have you ever imagined going to court just to legally change your age and become 20 years younger on your birth certificate? That is exactly what Emile Ratelband, a Dutch motivational speaker and media figure, once attempted. Born in 1949 in the Netherlands, he is known for his energetic and youthful personality, and in 2018, his name gained worldwide attention when he initiated a legal case that pushed the limits of how age is defined in society. With a bold argument, Emile requested the court to change his birth year from 1949 to 1969. He firmly believed that his official age did not reflect his youthful spirit and strong physical condition. Hoping to expand career opportunities and improve his chances in finding love, he argued that if society allows people to change their names or gender, then individuals should also have the right to determine their legal age. Although a Dutch court ultimately rejected his request, stating that age is closely connected to fundamental civil rights and legal responsibilities, his case still attracted significant media attention. This unconventional effort sparked worldwide debate about personal autonomy and age-related stereotypes, while also highlighting a deeper human desire to regain control over one's identity and preserve a sense of youthfulness. Emile Ratelband's story continues to raise questions about how society defines age freedom and self-perception and what those definitions mean in modern life. Alicia Young, born in 1984 in Utah, USA, is a well-known professional bodybuilder admired for her exceptional muscular development and notably large arm size exceeding 45 centimeters. Her appearance is immediately eye-catching with a highly defined physique and powerful proportions that often draw comparisons to a real-life Lady Hulk. However, her transformation is far from accidental. It reflects many years of strict discipline, consistent training, and unwavering dedication to her sport. Alicia Young grew up in a sports-oriented family with a competitive athlete father and siblings who also shared a passion for fitness. She developed an interest in weight training at the age of 15 and gradually chose a path away from conventional beauty ideals, focusing instead on building professional-level strength and muscle through disciplined training, strict nutrition, and consistent effort. As a professional bodybuilder, she quickly established herself in major competitions. A standout moment in her career came in 2014 at the NPC USA Championships 2014, where she earned a significant victory in her weight class. With remarkable physical measurements including 46-centimeter arms and 71-centimeter thighs, she secured her IFBB Pro League Pro card, positioning herself among the most powerful and accomplished female athletes in bodybuilding. Although she sometimes encounters curiosity and stereotypes about highly muscular women, Alicia Young remains confident, positive, and proud of her journey. She views true strength not as something for display, but as a result of steady improvement and continuous self-development. Her story conveys a strong message about perseverance, discipline, and the courage to define one's own identity without conforming to social expectations or conventional standards. Terry Wallace from the United States became the subject of an extraordinary medical case after a serious traffic accident in 1984. The crash left him in a vegetative state for nearly 19 years with very little expectation of recovery. Throughout this long period, his family continued to stand by him, providing constant care, patience, and emotional support. In 2003, an unexpected and remarkable turn of events occurred when Terry suddenly regained consciousness, drawing widespread attention as a rare case of late recovery from a prolonged unconscious state. His first word after nearly 2 decades was "Mom," a moment that deeply moved the medical community and sparked worldwide interest in brain recovery research.